The Trump administration is moving to downsize nationally protected land in Utah. The president made the announcement in Salt Lake City and signed two proclamations. Grand Staircase-Escalante and Bears Ears national monuments are on the chopping block. More than 1 million acres will lose protected status. Supporters of the move say it will create revenue and jobs by opening the land to farming and mining. The president said the people of Utah deserve to manage more of their land, not the government.
I've come to Utah to take a very historic action to reverse federal overreach and restore the rights of this land to your citizens. I will sign 2 presidential proclamations. These actions will modify the national monuments designations of both Bears Ears and Grand Staircase-Escalante.
National Geographic's environment editor Brian Howard is in Washington and joins me now. Hi, Brian. How significant is this move by the Trump administration?
Hi. Well, what Trump did today is unprecedented. In U.S. history, no president has ever rolled back protections of lands to this extent.
And who will the winners and losers be from this decision?
Well, I think there's clear winners and losers. The 5 Native American tribes that petitioned Obama to create some of the monuments clearly are viewing it as a big loss to them. The outdoor recreation industry, hiking, kayaking, and support businesses clearly are viewing this as a loss to them. Some of the extractive industries like timber, mining, and some farming interests, ranching, are viewing it as a win for them.
Now, you mentioned the Native Americans. Is any of this contested land considered sacred land to any Native American tribes in the area?
Yes, millions of the acres are considered very sacred land, and they had not been protected to an extent that the tribes were happy with. There's a lot of unauthorized use, looting, trespassing, and that is the main reason why the tribes petitioned the government for the protection in the first place.
All right, so we know lawsuits will follow, challenging the president's move. What kind of legal battle are we looking at here, and do you think any of them will be successful?
Well, I think it sets up an epic legal battle. No president has ever tested the 1906 Antiquities Act, which is the authority to create monuments, in court. No president has actually tried to decrease a monument to this extent. The only times it was done in the past, it was totally non-controversial and on a much smaller scale, and courts never needed to get involved. However, the tribes affected and environmental groups have already said that as early as today, they will file lawsuits to try to block this action. And legal scholars expect it could make it all the way to the Supreme Court before it's done.
So in April, the president ordered the Secretary of the Interior, Ryan Zinke, to review 27 national monuments. Are any of those also at risk of being scaled back?
They are. The Secretary's recommendation report has never been released publicly, so we don't know exactly what else might be targeted in the coming months.
And Brian, paint a quick picture, if you will, of what these monuments will look like. I understand that there will now be several smaller monuments where there were once 2. Is that right?
Yeah, so for Bears Ears, the president is recommending that that monument as it stands will be abolished. However, 2 much smaller reserves will be created that would protect some of the most important sacred sites, but the Native tribes are still saying that won't be enough.
All right, Brian Howard, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.